Hello people, this is Srihasha. Welcome to my channel. I make videos on education, career, lifestyle, and most importantly learning. My long-term vision is to expand the curiosity and consciousness in the field of education so that we all can become the change makers of the country. So, without wasting any second, let's get started. So, in this series of Think Like an Entrepreneur, I've talked about two things. The first one is vision, and second one is about patience. And the third one of the most important factors for being an entrepreneur, that is self-confidence. I already made a video on self-confidence in my list of student learnings. You can find the detailed video of self-confidence, but here in the course of being an entrepreneur, in the course of understanding the mind of an entrepreneur, we have to understand how self-confidence works. So, self-confidence is one such thing that defines an entrepreneur than the rest of the people. How do I explain? For example, take any entrepreneur in your list. Just for example, take any entrepreneur and make him sit with next 10 members you find and ask him to take the initiative of running this organization or running an startup or running an advertisement or whatever. Ask him or her in the 10 people to take an initiative, and the first person who raises the hand will be that entrepreneur. And that is how I define an entrepreneur's self-confidence. He is very early to take an initiative and quick to adapt the plan because he is self-confident about his skill. He is self-confident about the idea he is having about. And no matter what, no matter how difficult the road is, he and his confidence will always be together, and the roles will be changing. Whenever he is too confident, he makes his work equal to that. That's how he manages his self-confidence. And mind you, having self-confidence is not enough. Having that skill is also more important. These days, self-confidence, which is treated as a skill, because people want that. Whenever you're talking, whenever you are giving a presentation, or whenever you're dealing with something, the confidence that comes from your heart, the confidence that you give to the people is what people require these days. So skill is also something that is more important. And how an entrepreneur is more self-confident? Because of practice. So I advise you all to practice more, to cultivate the idea of understanding your idea more, so that when you present this idea to the investors or when you present this idea to your shareholders, you become more confident. And the more confident you become, the better are your results. And when people expect something out of you than normal, that is self-confidence, because that is all you can place. That's how trust happens. When there is no trust between the shareholder and the investor and the company, then there is no scope of earning, then there is no scope of business. So the first step to business, the first step for becoming an entrepreneur or understanding the entrepreneur is to have self-confidence. So how to gain self-confidence? This is one important question that you have to ask yourself firstly. So why do you lack self-confidence is another question. So before dealing why do you lack, first understand how do you get this self-confidence. As I said before, by deep understanding of the subject and by sheer levels of consistent practice, you can really achieve this amount of self-confidence. And this comes to one sector. And second thing, lack of self-confidence. People majority in the age of teens and in the adult age, people feel that we lack the self-confidence and we are tough to face the society because of comparisons, because of many other challenges. So how in this scenario an entrepreneur gives that scope of having that self-confidence? As I said again, your vision, your patience, these two will help hand in hand to gain your self-confidence. When you believe in your vision, when you believe in your idea that will change this world, obviously that patience that you have will take you in the first place. That's how self-confident people are. They don't worry about things that are going. They worry about things that are to be done. They worry about the happenings that should be happened in the future and the steps that to be taken. They are worried about that. They're not worried about the result that is going to be followed by their action plan. They're more worried about how their action plan is going to be inculcated. So if you're more into the zone of being into the process, if you're more like an entrepreneur, just follow this series of think like an entrepreneur so that you can understand the mindset of an entrepreneur. Then eventually your ideas become thought provoking and your ideas will change the future. And that's how this channel is all about. Student Learnings with Sri Harsha is all about changing this future with the ideas and education. So keep watching these videos, and the next video will talk about the next set of ideas, the next set of understanding the mind of an entrepreneur. So keep watching and subscribe to the playlist and subscribe to my channel. Lots of love. See you. Bye.